Dutch.
Andy Schultz is the guy who did all of the surround here. One of his most important themes are elephants. He paints them all over town, and he focuses a lot, as many people do. Certainly, this centerpiece, which is by Matt Stromberg.
Is that the one that's on the cover of the book?
Yeah. Focuses on all of the displacement that was happening in the 90s with the .com money coming into especially the mission and displacing people who had been here for years and years and years and years, buying buildings, creating luxury lofts. And so again, the elephants, I think over here, no, I'm not. I'm looking. Oh, there was a gas pump. I think this is a gas pump that says something.com, and it's blowing out soul. It's just spitting out soul, that huge word, and there's elephants coming out of the end of it. He tends to do these pieces that are very kind of like Rube Goldberg, elephants involved in all kinds of schemes and upside down and sideways and being squished into tiny spaces and so on.
Is this central column? Is that him as well with the
Down
guy?
here, I don't think that's him. The pieces that are flying up seem like him, although this doesn't look like Andy at all. The bending vials and the the kind of poofy smoke looks very much like Andy Schultz. There's another fantastic street artist whose street name is Apex, and his real name is Ricardo Ricci. And we brought him in to look at a bunch of graph stuff that we had that we didn't have attribution for, because we wanted to give as many people obviously credit for their work as possible. Those that wanted credit, there were also anonymous people who wanted to remain anonymous, who had done pieces that were not done with permission. The Billboard Liberation Front, for instance. But Apex came in and looked at these very complicated graph pieces and was like an archaeologist, where he would be able to recognize one particular signature, somebody's name, a piece of somebody's swirl, and say, oh, that was this crew and those people, and they clearly came in and tagged on top of this other crew. And it was phenomenal to just look at him read the piece. It was really a pleasure.
Is his work on this alley at all?
His work is on this alley, and I'm looking for an Apex. I'll let you know when I see one. He's a phenomenon with spray. He's really elevated the spray.
How about these
Those
carves?
cutouts, they've been here for a long time.
Huh.
I'm not an expert on them. This piece behind you. Was
You sort of got-
constantly getting tagged. This piece was constantly getting tagged. And finally, the artist became so incensed, he would repaint it again and again, that he painted these words: "The life of any street art project is never long and is getting shorter every day. It makes my heart and soul heavy and black with sorrow and disappointment. It is much easier to destroy than it is to create. I truly hope that things get better." And once he wrote that, the piece stopped being tagged. And around it is all still Andrew Schultz.
Look at sticking to the machine. I think she spoke with Clarion, right?
Right.
What's her name?
Ivy
The Dalmatians.
Dutch.
Dutch. One of our favorite murals was here, and you can see the top of it still at the top.
It was a trompe l'oeil of an escalator, and it was absolute. It's on the back of the book. It was
That was on this.
absolutely stunning.
That was
And
amazing.
it was a huge crowd pleaser. People would come from all over the world to see this escalator.
So that's the top of
is
the
still
escalator there.
Still there.
It's because they couldn't reach it.
And it stayed for years, and then
Well, they didn't
got
keep
hit.
coming and we didn't.
I don't think so. I don't think there was a lot of tagging on it. But what's fascinating is that once there's one tag, it can begin a storm of tagging. It's a little bit like garbage. Once somebody throws down a little piece of paper, the next person who comes by thinks that it's possible to throw something there. It's amazing how quickly trash gathers, and that's true of tagging as well. While something is pristine, the likelihood that it's going to be tagged is, I think, a lot less than once it gets hit.
Nobody tags